I greet you with peace and I greet you with love. This is Dr. Ogunamen from Africa Ancestral Spiritual Ministry. And today I want to share something with you. I always get a lot of questions, especially from a lot of men. They always ask me, Dr. Ogunamen, is it only women that have water spirits? Do men also have water spirits? Or is it just women? Okay, if men also have water spirits, why is it that we have so many more women with water spirits than men? So whenever they always ask me these questions, I always smile. I smile because when it comes to water spirits, there are different kinds of water spirits. All water must be the same. All water spirits are not the same. There are some that is possessed with the spirits. And there are some that is the spirits themselves. So when we say water spirit, we are talking about that divinity of the water itself. So you can be possessed of the spirits, you can have partnership with the spirits, and you can also be the spirits. I just shared with you the 3 different types of water spirits. For those who are the spirit itself, it means you are that water that the energy comes into, that manifestation. That is a very different thing. But the question is, why is it so many women are more than the men? And the question is, the answer is simple. Very simple. Water is life. Life is the force that keeps the whole universe in balance. People are still trying to know what life really means. What is this awareness? What is this? What is this life? A lot of people are still struggling with that answer. But since water is life, and this life is splitted into 2 duality. We have the masculine part of it, and we have the feminine part of it. If you have watched my teaching in my YouTube channel, The Origin of Feminine Energy, then you will know now that this whole cosmos itself, this dark matter that keeps the whole universe alive, this is a feminine energy that later splitted into 2. That's why you hear us call woman God. She later splitted herself and now become feminine and masculine just to have perfection of our own authentic self. So when we now come to water, water is a perfect expression of this life itself. So the reason why you are seeing more women with water spirit is just because of this reason. It's because of the fact that because water is life, and this energy of water, known now as the divinity of the water itself, is more likely to bring the feminine part of herself into this island, earth, or land, whatever you now call life. This is the hillside. We from the water, we call this side, okay, the hillside. So the energy that's more easily to come towards this side is the feminine energy. Why is it so? It is so because of a sacred womb. It does not mean there is more water spirit of women than men. No. In the ocean, it is balance. Deep down in the sea, it is balance. As you have a queen, so you have a king. But many of the kings don't like coming to this hillside. This hillside irritates them. That they will let their wife go. They will let their daughter go. They will let their queen go so they can protect home and watch over you. That's why many of you complain of spiritual husband. So now you are on the hillside. Your mission as that water spirit feminine type that come to this hillside is to use your sacred womb to breed another generation which will be coming out from that water through you. So you are the sacred porter to bring life. Yeah. That's why they always send you first forward. So when you're on this hillside, there are two different types of men in the hillside. There are the men from Hex that carry this earth energy. So when you come out now from the water as a water spirit, and now you have grown, you have developed everything as a normal matured woman should have. Now you connect first, your first people you connect first with is the men from the earth. That marriage will not last, so don't worry, it will must end. Because you are not destined to just marry and be there. His mission is to help you make babies. And those babies is not really his own. You have to understand yourself, what you really have. Those babies is not really his own. He is playing a role to help you bring that life here. So in that process, you become a partner with him. 98% of those marriages always end after you have made children. So don't worry. If you're a woman, you carry water spirit, your husband wake up one day and just leave you, don't worry. That's how it should be. He had to play that his own role. That is his own soul mission to help you bring out more life into this dimension. After he has played his role, then his own soul has accomplished his own mission. If he like, he can still look for another woman to marry. If he is smart, he will not look for another water woman because that will still end up the same way. He will not become a breeder. But if he's very smart and he has spiritual knowledge, he will not look for a woman like him that carry earth energy. If that is his own mission to just have normal wife and children. Don't forget that we are all here for different missions. We all are not here for one thing. Everybody will not have wife. Everybody will not have husband. Everybody will not have that normal picture of family which you know. We all have different roles to play here. The earlier you know your role, the better for you. If not, you will be trying to fit into a society that is perfectly designed to make you slave, and you are not here for that bullshit. But if you don't know, you will be struggling and you will just end up crying and crying and crying and thinking something is wrong with you. Normally, nothing is really wrong with you. It's just you who is trying to fit into a picture that is different from your authentic nature. So, those feminine energy coming from that water now that they have bred children, all their children, all of them, especially from the first one and the last one, they are all from the water. If the ancestors of that man is so powerful and so strong and is grounded, then he can make like two or one who is really different from water. Just like a gift to him. But all the seed in our womb is from the water. So, because of that reason, you will not be seeing more and more water spirits, women with water spirits around. But that does not mean only women are water spirits. It just means more women are coming to this realm than the men. And then for the men that are coming, many of you come for a specific reason. Two reasons why men come from the water. One of the reasons is to come and look for their lost queens and their lost daughters who have been lost in this world. Because when you are from the water and you never align your energy with water, then you have chances to lost in this world. And you will be banned. You can't go back to the water. It's like banished. So when you have been banished for too long and your queen, your king, or your son, or your lover inside the ocean is tired, then he too will not decide to also come to the hillside. But if you are that type of man, now you have come from the water, now you are lost, you are confused, material things have blocked your brain, you that you that have everything, now you are looking for nothing, then you have problems. But if you really are in line with yourself, then you will start connecting now to those queens, goddesses, daughters from the ocean that was lost. Your unity with them alone give them privilege and permission to connect back to their source. That's the role of 80% of men from water here on earth. But if you are not here on earth, you think your friend James have a wife and he have children, and you don't think that is all that matter, you will always have a wife that will always leave you because you don't know you have another mission. You don't know you have another mission. So you will be trying to also the same problem with some of the women. You will be trying to fit into a society which you don't belong to at all. So my advice for you, whether you're a man or woman, know your soul mission. That's your first task. After you have known your soul mission, then you can know where to really focus your energy on. But if you don't know your soul mission, and all you want to do is to try to achieve that which you believe that this is life, you will suffer. You will go through pains. Because now you are rebelling against your own self. So we don't have more water feminine, we don't have more women with water energy. We just have more women with water energy on this realm. In the ocean, there is no more women or more men. It's balance. It's balance. Every queen have a king. Every princess have a prince. Every wife have a husband. Nobody is empty. Only in this earth there is no balance. Only in this earth you fight for things and things make you become slave. From in the water, in the spirit world, in the ocean, is different reality. But what is your biggest challenge? Balancing the life of the ocean with the life of the hillside. That is your biggest challenge. Especially when you are a queen from the ocean. Or you are a king from the ocean. You can't fit into these artificial things they are trying to fit in. Because you are more than this. Things people die for, we're not interested. Since the past few weeks, I have really been occupied with my ancestral mission. And a lot of students have been starving soul food. So today I say, let's drop some soul food. Even if all the teaching systems still carry soul food inside. But the menu was not really, it's missed. So I was just sitting here and being alive So I felt like, let me share this with you. You can always get that question. We have so many women, a lot of women are water spirits, all these women are water spirits. No. We just have more women here on this hillside. That does not mean water spirit is only for women or there's more women than men. Some people are genderless. We don't even want to go there yet. Some people are genderless. You would think they are a woman because that's what your physical eyes can see. You would think they are a man because that's what you can just see. But it's deeper. It is deeper. Don't forget, the soul is genderless. The spirit can take the structure of your body and gender and have that gender-like figure, but your soul is formless. You must know the difference if you really want to understand yourself. If not, you will be seeing things that you don't know where it's coming from. So if you are a man, your feminine energy is more high, then you are a feminine man. If you're a woman, your masculine energy is more high, then you're a masculine woman. They call them alpha women, alpha men, and blah, blah, blah. It's good to know these things. Sorry, I can't really see your comments. I just see I want to call you later, okay? I can't really see it now. So these are deep stuff. These soul food are not for kids. So if you don't understand it, it is okay. It is okay if you don't understand it. Because what they have introduced to you as life is different from the real life that you have no knowledge of. So stop using the interpretation of life and just observe and be aware of life itself. They told you the flower is green. Because you see it and believe it's green, now you are seeing a green flower. But when the bee is looking at the same flower, she don't see a green flower. She sees something different. You see only what your mind has already been programmed to see. That's why you have to deprogram your mind, especially colonial programming that they have given to you in your schools. That is running junks in your mind. It's running junks in your mind. You have to deprogram it. If you love your soul. If not, you will become lost and detached from anything that has to do with your authentic nature. That's why people hate themselves today. Because you don't know. You are just believing on what you were told. And it's not your fault. From that age to 3, you were observing everything you were seeing. You were downloading. But that download did not really complete because why? You were still aligned with the spirit world. You are still one with where you are coming from. But from the age of 3 to 7, now you start backing where you come from and start feeding from informations around your society. So if you are not born in a family who has already lost themselves, so you start downloading their junks. If you are not born in a society that is already disconnected, so you start downloading their junks. The society feed your mind, your family feed your mind. You start growing and becoming one like what is around you. So you believe in Jesus because every Sunday they dress you up and take you to church. So you hear your pastor preach and you are sitting there at the age of 7, 8, sitting there listening and feeding, and you see everybody. So your subconscious mind tell you this is God, this is life, this is how it is. Every Sunday morning you know already you have to go there Friday, you know already you have to go to all night. Then you start thinking, this is my life. And then you go into your school given to you by your slave masters. And you start saying, I'm reading CROS, Christian Religious Study. And you study and study and study and study. And you pray in your school assembly ground, in your classroom, everything. You keep downloading and downloading all this information. And now you keep growing. They put you into one part inside your church, either a choir or a usher. You believe you are working now for a God. So now you keep on growing and keep on downloading and reading a book which you have no knowledge of where it come from. That they have made you believe this is holy book written by God. So you have downloaded it. So now you have grown into a man. You start having children. You are teaching them what you have downloaded right from childhood. So the same program is being installed inside the mind of your child. So your child is also growing. And you now start getting to the age of 60. You start thinking now, what is really this life? How is life really about? But because of your ego self has already created a false identity of self, your ego self will not like to die because this is all you know now. You are that bishop. You are that reverend. You are that man of God who has given his life to Christ. So you cannot deny and detach from this because you have trained your children in that footstep. So you have to be reaffirming to them that this is the way. That before you know, you are close to 70 now. You are too old now and too weak now to even start thinking and refreshing again. You just wait to die now. Soon you die. Your child continue from there and teach his own children. Your own children continue from there and teach his own children. Since the past 5 generations, Africans has been breeding slaves. So we have big problem. We have big problem. Since more than 100 years, we just breed slaves. So when your soul is not special, then you cannot remember ancient knowledge that was there before your colonial master came to program you. It is a psychological warfare. That's what's going on in Africa. That's why Africa can never grow. For as long as you are running the program that was installed in your head, you can never leave that place because the master who designed your program is the one in charge of you because he built this program. He knows how to update it and reshuffle it. So Africa, you will die a slave if you refuse to wake up. No government will help you. No separation of country, region, whatever you think can ever solve your problem. You alone have to rise and say, no, let's go back. Because this path is for self-destruction. So let's just go back a little and see how it was for more than 30,000 years. Your ancestors existed on earth peacefully, without stress. How did they make it? Not until you start thinking this and start reconnecting the dots back and start deprogramming your program mind and start deleting and decolonizing your mind, you will always be a slave. No juju, no pastor, nothing can save you. And the more you rebel against yourself, the more you will suffer. You will suffer. That's why Africa is a slave to the world. So we say, president, you don't understand nothing. You just don't understand. If you like, make your own self the president today. You will find out that that is a deep hole. The moment you become that president, you have also fallen in that hole. And that hole will never full, even if you all become president of your country. So when we are telling you unity is all that matters, we understand some science of life, which many are still not permitted to know. So it is okay when you don't understand us. It is okay when you think we just hate you. It is okay when you just think, bad get this and talk, they don't know it, maybe they don't pay. It is okay because you can only think depending on your level of understanding. You don't see what you don't know. You only see what your mind is ready for. So water spirits, it's not only women that is more than men. The balance is there. Women are just coming more than men because of the sacred womb. The womb is the most sacred portal in this universe. Womb is sacred. That dark water without light, where word was formed. Even your Bible was trying to tell you the secret. But because you don't understand the esoteric knowledge behind Bible, you think it's the word of God without knowing this is a parable. He was telling you the word was dark and full of water. And the Spirit of God was atop the faces of the water. And God said, let there be light. Bet when you break that water in the womb. And He separated light from darkness. They told you all the story. They gave it to you. You know why you are addicted to this religious book? Let me tell you a secret. They pieces your truth and split it around inside a lie. So your soul knows a lie, but because there is a pieces of your truth inside, the smell still attracts you. And that's why many of you are trapped in it now, like a rat chasing cheese. A rat knows that looks like a trap, but the smell of the cheese keep pulling him. Then he think I can be smart enough and just bite from it. And that moment he tried, it catch them. This is a soul trap. That's why I don't fuck with religion. It's the most dangerous weapon on earth. If you know, you know. Religion is more dangerous than AK-47. So there is no more water spirit of women than men. The men sit back home and wait for their wife to go and come back. That's just what happened. So I will send you peace and love. I don't want it to be too long. Let me share with you my beautiful view. I will send you peace and love. I don't want it to be too long. This is what I'm viewing here. I'm doing my meditation. I felt like sharing this with you. This is my spot here, you know. If you come here, you will always see me. Everybody in this city know, yeah, it's my own spot. I plant my energy here. I send you peace and love. If you are in our group, make sure you do your full moon ritual. This is a special full moon. Play a part on it, okay? You will not regret being a part of it. I know I've been busy lately, but that does not mean I forgot you. You are my family now. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.